Hi everyone, I'm Farmer Brian and I'm here to do some lockdown learning with you in my meadow on my farm. Great game to play when you're out and about, when you're taking the dog for a walk or you're enjoying the countryside, is I Spy. When I was little, I loved playing it. It's amazing what you would notice as you walk around the countryside, and then you have to ask your mum or your dad or your granddad what it is, and if they don't know, then you go home and you try and work out what it is. So it's a great game to play if you're really interested in nature and farming, because there's so much on this farm that we could talk about. But I'm sitting in our meadow and we're going to play I Spy. So we've got to use our eyes and we've got to see if we can spot any different colours in the countryside, in the meadow which I'm sitting in. So behind me you can see there's grass, trees, the sky. You can see my truck just over there parked in the corner. But I'm going to flip the camera around and see what we can see in front and see if you can spot any colours. You've got to be sharp-eyed, remember, and I'll point a few out. So, camera's been flipped round and you're looking down the meadow. This meadow is left for wildlife, for all the bees, the butterflies, the birds, the mammals, the hares, the rabbits, the badgers, the deer. There's so much wildlife in the countryside. I love it. So, what colours can you see? I can see quite a few to start with. Should we start with the easy ones? What colour is the sky? Today, it's blue and white. Blue skies, white clouds, and it's quite an easy one to spot. Sometimes the sky does go grey, and that's not good for farmers because we always whinge about the weather. But can't worry about it because you can't change the weather. What else can you see? What are the colours? If we look at that big tree in the background, if I go up, what colour's the tree? That's a big oak tree. That's probably been around for hundreds of years. Probably was a small little tree when my grandfather came here to farm, and now I'm looking after the farm, and that tree has grown to be a massive beautiful tree, but the leaves are green, and that's an oak tree. So we've got lots of green. You can see lots of green here. So you've got the oak tree. Does anybody know what these bushes along the side are? Yep, this is what we call a hedgerow. Hedgerows are basically the motorways around our farm for the wildlife. Birds, insects, mammals, bats at night, they all use them as a road map. So they would follow the hedgerows all the way through between fields and fields, and they'll get around the farm by knowing what they are. Again, they've got some green leaves, but they also find the odd patch of white. There's some white flowers in the few of them, and you get different colours, so keep an eye out when you're walking around. If we look at the grass, what colours can you see? There's a big patch there. That's quite an obvious one. That's yellow. That's quite a cool plant. That's yellow rattle. That's something that we try and get in our grass because it's a beautiful one for bees to feed on, but also it helps to stop the grass smothering out all the other plants. You can also see there's some yellow meadow buttercup. These are another beautiful yellow bright coloured plant that flowers early in summer and spring. Can you see any other colours in the grass? If I zoom in, yeah, what colour are they? That's clover. That's like a pinky red, a bit of purple. That's another cool plant. If I sat here long enough, I might be able to find a 4-leaf clover. Then we've got another plant there. That's got some red on it. I think that's red sorrel. Not to be sure, someone will probably correct me. But again, it's a different colour, so we're doing well on the colours. If we zoom up, what's this grass got on its head? It's got some orange, I can zoom in on it. It's got some orangey brown on it, and that's its pollen being released. And it's a lovely orange colour as well. So we've done really well with the colours. So we've got blue, white, lots of green, lots of yellow, some pink, some red, some orange, some brown, some red. It's amazing when you actually sit and enjoy how many different colours you might see. We've got a Mr. Bumblebee buzzing around here. He's black, white and yellow. So there's some more colours. And then we haven't even started on the beautiful butterflies that we might see later in the season. So when you're out and about on your lockdown exercise, walking along the footpaths, taking your dog out on the lead, just see how many different colours you can see on your walk. Because I think you'll be surprised how many colours you can see. So this is Farmer Brian from his meadow playing I Spy Colour, a game for the whole family to enjoy, but for the time being I'm going to say goodbye and hopefully we'll see you soon. I'm off to play I Spy.